Oh, okay, we're here. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Nice to see you all. I just got back from the New York Stock Exchange. I tell you, I'm exhausted. I took the private jet over, to see the kids in New York, and I did the show a few minutes ago for the Gold Bagel members. Those of you who are Gold Bagel members, you know what I'm talking about. I was just in New York and just did the show from the floor of the exchange, and I'm back now in my condo here in Palm Desert. I tell you, having this flux capacitor is really handy because you really can cut down on the amount of time between trips. It's amazing. You can really get stuff done. Uh, there's the odd issue between what your parents were like when they were younger, and you run into your old pal Biff every once in a while. That guy is goofy. He's a little crazy, but all in all, those flux capacitors really make it kind of fun. But hey, welcome to the present. Um, I noticed this morning there's a bit of interesting things going on out there. Apparently, I don't know if you know this, but the bond market, which is a big market, bigger than the stock market in dollars, the bond market, the folks over there are betting that the USA and the worldwide economy is going into a recession, and it isn't going to be a soft landing. It's going to be kind of nasty. How are they saying that? How do we know? Because the Fed funds rate, the amount of money the Federal Reserve is charging U.S. banks to borrow money from them, is a four and a half, 4.75% going over 5. But the 10-year Treasury, which is sort of that goalpost marker, 3.5, not even 3.5%. The 10 years 3.4%. So you give the U.S. government money to buy a 10-year note, and it's not that you're giving them money. You buy a 10-year note that was issued by the U.S. government in the last number of years, 10-year note. The average 10-year note right now will give you 3.4% yield on your money. That's all you're going to get, even though the Fed funds rate is 4.5 to 5. You want to give Germany money for 10 years? They'll give you 2.2% for 10 years. Italy will give you 4.1. That makes sense. I mean, Italy is not as stable as the USA. Spain 3.3, which is cheaper than Americans have to pay, which I find ridiculous, always ridiculous. The United Kingdom 3.5%, just slightly more. Japan will pay you 0.45 of 1%, not even a 0.5%. Japan has not bothered to join the party and raise rates domestically. They're trying to get their economy going over there. They're stimulating their economy to try to get it going. So the bond market is saying there's no growth here. There's no serious upside here. Money is cheaper because we at the bond market feel that the next direction that the Federal Reserve will go is not higher. We think they're going to go lower. Eventually, they're going to go lower. But we're already pre-predicting that. We're saying the U.S. economy and the world economy is going into a recession, which means it's going to get slower. And that means earnings for corporations will be lower. They will be guided lower. And that means we'll have lower stock prices. And the bond market is front-running the stock market. It's ahead of the stock. That's what it is saying to the world at large. And this is not like 15 guys in a little room saying, well, we think that this is what's going to be. This is not a Federal Reserve thing. This is the bond market, the worldwide community of money managers who handle quadrillions of dollars. Quadrillions, not trillions, quadrillions of dollars. That's more than trillions. They're the ones who put the money to work, medium term, long term, and they are saying with their wagers, with their bets, we're going into recession here, and rates will have to get cut. Central bankers are going to need to stimulate economies to get them going again because they are in a slowdown already. Now, every time I mention to you guys that there's an announcement from the housing market, there's an announcement from the IMF, or there's a report about industrial sentiment and blah blah blah. Every indicator you can imagine, Bruce is picking his nose more often than not. That's an indicator. All these indicators are showing pretty well slowing economy. We're not setting all-time records. I mean, even our friends here at Apple, they're not selling more phones today than ever before. They're selling fewer phones than ever before. My big ass computer right here, my wonderful MacBook Pro, computer shipments from Apple are down 45% right now. The sales are off 45%. You'd think that Apple stock would be down 10% on that news. Think again, Chester, not happening. People are betting and wagering that, yeah, there's a slowdown happening in the economy. But we've heard this now for 2 years. Yeah, we know. But you know what? It's not that bad. And it's not going to live that long. It's not going to last that long. And so what will happen here is that this economic slowdown will be temporary. And what we're going to get is we're going to get an easing of economic conditions from the Federal Reserves around the world. The Bank of Canada will break. The Bank of England will break. The ECB will. They'll all cave to the inevitable that the economy is slowing up, and we have to make the economy get going again. And governments are under unbearable pressure to create jobs, where they get unelected. Very difficult to get reelected when you're in the middle of a massive recession. It's hard for presidents and congressmen and senators to go out to the voters and go, vote for me. We only lost 5 million jobs last year. Kind of tough in democracies. In dictatorships and communist regimes where the authoritarian people run the whole damn thing, including what you're supposed to think, say, and smell and feel, they don't get reelected. They just are always in power. And the populace pays the price in many, many, many ways for these folks to keep enjoying the wonderful positions that they've put themselves into. So there you go. Barron's headline just coming out right now. China inflation slows. It's a sign of economic weakness. This makes sense. If China's economy were on all cylinders, were firing away on all cylinders, domestic consumption in China would be surging. Every Chinese family and all kinds of Chinese consumers would be consuming and trying to pick up everything they can. They're making money and they want to spend it. But that's not happening in China. In China, it's a contraction that's going on. And so parts of the economy are climbing, but a lot of China's economy is slumping. And real estate is the big problem in China, as we've talked about a zillion times. And there is no turnaround coming for China right now. The other, of course, issue in China is this Taiwan thing. Are you going to become a consumer? Are you going to be a consumer in China, knowing that you're probably going to invade Taiwan and then fight the United States over Taiwan over maybe 5 or 10 years? You're going to go out and borrow a bunch of money right now and get a new car. You're going to go buy a bunch of new furniture. You're going to put yourself in hock for all kinds of crap, knowing that there might be a war between your country and China, and you might be in the military paid half of what you're paid now at your job. Hello? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of couples in China, a lot of husbands and wives, young couples going, we're not even having kids. We're not going to have kids right now. We're not going to buy a house right now. We are hunkering down right now and saving money and not going to do anything because we don't know what the hell our government wants to do. On the one hand, they talk peace between Saudi Arabia and Iran to have new relations. They talk about Russia and Ukraine should get along and sing Kumbaya together. And then we blockade Taiwan on a demonstration of how powerful we are because we're pissed off that the president of Taiwan went to the United States for a trip. Really, you want me to now go and borrow a bunch of money and live freely like there's nothing wrong out there? I don't think so. I don't. I'm not falling for that sucker's trap to get caught in that web. And so China is having domestic economic issues, and makes it interesting, doesn't it? Look, kids, the bond market is predicting a recession. The stock market, however, is saying, yeah, it is, there's going to be a recession. Yeah, we know. We've been talking about that for a long time here in the stock market. We're all grown-ups, but you know what? We don't think it's going to be all that bad, and we don't think it's going to last all that long. And we also believe that the Federal Reserve will reduce interest rates. and we'll bring back quantitative easing. We think that that's going to happen all over the place, and I think that's going to give us all kinds of opportunity to make all kinds of money. And so, yeah, Apple's computer sales are up 45%, and Dell and HPQ and all the other computer makers are up a little bit, but yeah, it's not that bad. We're going to be all right. I don't know who's right. Maybe both of them are right, but maybe both of them are right, but they're both very early at being right. Maybe they're 2 years early in being correct in their assumptions, which means there's 2 years of pain coming first. Interesting to see. Now, for option writers, the good news, you don't have to fear the upside. I guess that's at the end of the day. The headline of my show today is option writers are quitting their day jobs. Yes, they are. They're actually quitting the day jobs they have, and they've taken new day jobs instead. Option writers have taken on a new job, and that is managing their assets. They're now independent asset managers, and their key strategy to be independent asset managers is to write options, call options on their portfolios. That's what's happening on this channel every single week, every month. That's what's going on. A number of my viewers in the last 6 months, some of which are very, very much here talking a lot, and then those who don't talk very much, who are very silent, they've quit their jobs. They've retired. They've moved on from their employers. They've been let go. They were bought out, and they're not in a hurry to get another day job. As a matter of fact, they're not interested in ever getting another day job. And they are completely interested, only interested in managing their wealth going forward. And they figured out that, if I've got $100,000 in my portfolio, I can write options against that, the value of this portfolio, by depending on what I own, with that 100,000. I can write contracts, and these contracts are cash in my hand, nice steady form of income, no matter which direction the market wants to go. I'm bringing dough in here, and I'm going to do this for my existence rather than slave away for a check every 2 weeks that doesn't go up, that actually doesn't go up as fast as inflation goes up. As a matter of fact, I'm a guaranteed loser if I keep working at work with respect to the overall standard of living of the economy around me. I cannot get a raise higher than the inflation rate. I can't get promoted because I've reached a level in the organization I'm in that is as high as I'm going to get. I've got blockages in front of me. It might be relatives of the owners. It might be certain people who have certain special relationships with senior management that I can't compete with. Whatever the issue is, politics and unfair, what have you, or you're just not interested in working 80 hours a week to get a 5% raise. It's just not in your cards. You've done the analyzation. You've analyzed everything from your end, and you've noticed that when you write call options, whether you're a man or a woman, you make just as much money as a man or a woman. There's no pay discrepancy here. If you are female and you're writing call options, you get just as much money as guys get. And so right there, women are going, hey, why should I work at an organization that has historically paid me 70 cents on the dollar for the 15, 20 years I've been there? Oh, what am I, an idiot? I'm going to keep working at 30% discount for what guys get paid for the same job? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what Uncle Bruce is talking about. I'm going to take his classes. I'm going to hang out on his channel. I'm going to learn how option writing works, and I'm going to make just as much money as the guys do. And it's a lot more fun being self-employed and in charge of your own destiny than to be subject to whichever new manager you have now. Some of you folks out there have had 5 managers in 10 years that have come and gone, and every single one of them have said one thing and done the other, and you don't trust anyone anymore at the office or wherever it is you work, because you realize, you figured it out, that these people have their own agendas that don't include you. They don't include your agenda. You are part of their solution to their end game, and it's not going to pay you off in any way, shape, or form that's going to make your life a lot better. Sorry to say. Now, those of you who are newbies and are just getting your first job and you're all excited and everything else, I say congratulations to you. But I suspect many of you out there also have the frame of mind that I'm only here for a short period of time. I'm using this job as a stepping stone to go somewhere else or do something else or be something else. Many of you out there never thought in a million years that you would ever consider the thought that you would be a self-employed asset manager of your own assets. You never thought that that could be a possibility. It never entered your mind until somehow, some fluke of nature, you ended up on this channel because maybe COVID had you locked up at home 2 years ago and you got referred to this channel somehow, or a friend of yours said, oh, you should watch this bald Canadian guy talk about how you can become your own self-employed whatever. He seems to make sense. And you grudgingly said, I'll watch 5 minutes of this moron, see what he's talking about. And you're still here. Welcome and thank you for hanging around. Look, we only go around once, okay? It's a one-time ride. It's like a roller coaster ride that when it's over, it's over. There's no getting back on it. And you've got to decide whether you're in for the thrill or you're just in until they take you away in a box. I don't know. It's up to you. For some of you, you've got great careers and you've had great careers and you've done really well. I commend you and I'm envious. Those of you who've had 40-year careers and you've loved every minute of it and you really were sad to leave the gig. Wow, you're one of a very few lucky ones, because in this modern world we're in now, and ever since the 70s and the 80s, the norm has been people work 3 to 5 years and then they switch to do something else and they switch to do something else and they switch. And I don't know how many people on this channel have indicated here to the rest of us that the only way you can get a raise is you have to quit the company you're with and go to another company. It's the only way you're going to get more money, because the street at large recognizes you're worth a lot more money, but not the folks you are directly dealing with on a day-to-day basis. They view you as a liability and a pain in the rear end. They don't view you as an asset. This is why so much turnover takes place in corporate America, in corporate Canada. People leave and go elsewhere where the grass is a lot greener. It's not quite the same in Europe necessarily, but it's happening more and more. And of course, right here, because of what we do, what we talk about, what's going on with option writing, people are quitting their day jobs and saying goodbye. Hey man, it's been fun. Look, I really enjoyed working my ass off for you for 25 freaking years. I'm 45, 50 years old now, and it's been good. But time to say goodbye, because I want to work as hard as I'm working for myself. I want to work as hard as my work ethic, the work ethic that I have, I want to dedicate it to my well-being and my own wealth, rather than make my bosses richer and the owners of the company richer, and then I'll get a share of that. No, I want all of it. I'm getting greedy now. Yeah, call me greedy. Every dollar I generate, I want it. And it's for myself and my family, kids, grandkids, and what have you. And some of you out there have realized a number of things have happened as you are aging. One, health is unpredictable. It comes, it goes, and when it goes, boy, do you miss it. It's hard sometimes to get it back. Opportunities are fleeting. You're involved with a great company for 10 years, and then the company goes on the skids, and no fault of your own, you worked your butt off and the company went under anyway. There are countless multi-millions of people who've had that happen to them, and they've had their careers just be eviscerated, and now they're on the street trying to get rehired, and they're being looked upon as losers because you were part of that organization that blew itself up into whatever million pieces, and you had nothing to do with it whatsoever. Not fair. I agree. Being your own self-employed individual is, for some of you, you find is the scariest thing you've ever done, but it becomes the most rewarding thing you've ever done. Is when you realize, when you go to bed at night and you wake up the next day and the weekend comes and goes. You are in control of your destiny, and you have a game plan that you're going to follow. You are executing your game plan. You have learned how the option market is working, how it works. You're constantly learning more about how the option market is working, and you have taken your capital and made it work like you used to work when you were 18 years of age. Limitless energy, 24/7, ready to go, no problem whatsoever. It's now the question of, can you make your money work harder than how you're making it work now? And that is the secret to being self-employed in this world of ours, to be a self-reliant individual. I can tell you that there are viewers on this channel who have had capital that they've controlled for years and years and years, 5, 10, 15 years. They've had more capital that they needed to be able to quit their day job, and they had no idea they could do it. There are viewers on this channel who have changed their lives dramatically, but there are others who are doing it who realize, I have more money available to me, more assets that I control, that I can shift their focus and their direction, and I can haul in an income for the family that would put to shame the paycheck that I generate. And the only reason they don't know it is because they are so busy at work. They are being ground to a pulp at the office. They have no time. They have no energy to explore the outside world. They're trying to survive and keep their job because they feel like that's all they've got. And that if they don't keep their job, they're losers. They feel like, I'm a failure if I don't have a 9-to-5 job. And they haven't had a chance to sit down, have someone sit across the table from them and say, have you analyzed really what you're about? Do you understand what you're sitting on right now? Do you have a clue just what potential you have with the amount of work ethic you bring to the table, how much more money you can make for yourself, and easier, much easier than what you're doing now? Because the thing about the stock market is it opens at 9:30 Eastern time and closes at 4, and it gets Mondays off on Monday holidays and stuff, and it's a pretty good gig. The thing too is, I hate to break this to you, some of you folks. I don't want to say it like this, but I'm gonna have to say it. I have to say it. Okay, are you listening? Okay, come on in here. Okay, come on here. This is serious. Okay. All right, come on. You guys watching on the 70-inch monitors out there. Okay, look. You have to understand something about the stock market. Okay. There are a lot of people in the stock market that are very smart, and they are very skilled, and they have excellent work ethic. They work 12 hours a day, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. They really kick ass, okay? And that's okay, because all professions have people like that, all right? Doctors and lawyers there are really good doctors, great lawyers. There are good politicians. Well, some. But then there's the others, okay? And here's the thing about the stock market, all right? There are people in the stock market who make millions of dollars a month in the stock market, and they're complete morons, idiots, absolute bona fide morons to the nth degree. They are dumber than a sack of hammers, and they make a killing on the stock market. Why is that? Why are there people that make that kind of money? I mean, this has got to come to a shock for some of you. I mean, you would think that the most successful people in the stock market would be the smartest, hardest working people in the stock market. No. It's the ones that stick to the plan. They stick to the playbook, and they're the ones who make the money. They don't leave the highway that they're on. They're on the highway, the success highway, and they freaking stay there. And there are people who every weekend grab the private jet, and I'm not kidding. I'm not not making this crap up. I am not trying to sell you a Hollywood fantasy story. I am telling you that there are people who grab the private jet every Friday and head to Miami from Florida and hang out on the weekend and have a great old time. And then Sunday night, they're flying back to New York to get back to work Monday morning in New York. And they're morons. And they have, I don't know, their morals are whatever their morals are, their beliefs are their beliefs. They're nice people, they're not people, they're a-holes, they're everything. But there are people out there who are making gazillions of dollars because they figured out the formula of success. They're making their money work harder than they can work. And they're making their money work smarter. And that's all there is to it. And they don't need a university degree, a master's degree. They don't need an economics degree. Good Lord, they don't need anything like that. I ought to know. You don't need a full-blown master's in business to be in the stock market or be in the investment business. You need nothing. You can have a zero education and make a gazillion dollars in the stock market. There is no barrier to entry. When you open up a brokerage account or you open up one of these accounts, one of these platforms, they don't ask you what university you graduated from in order for you to trade stock options. They don't care. They don't want to know. They don't need to know. They're never going to know. It's irrelevant. The key here is, do you know what the hell you're doing when it comes to working your money? And there are so many people out there. I shudder and I cringe when I go out. And I love to go to my Costco store here in Rancho Mirage. Rancho Mirage. Jed and I will have a hot dog, and we'll just sit at one of those picnic tables, that they have at the Costco food court, and I just watch people walking by. And I think to myself, is that a millionaire dressed like a pauper? Is that a pauper dressed like a millionaire? Is that a real Gucci bag or is that fake? This kind of stuff. And then I sit there and I ask myself, how many of these folks going by here have worked all their lives? Because remember, Rancho Mirage at this time of year, we're filled with seniors. Seniors with money are down here for their holiday. More or less. A lot of grandkids in, by the way. But anyway, I ask myself, how many of these people worked all their lives to eke out a retirement? How many of these people were born rich? How many were born rich? How many inherited their wealth? How many, they worked for 30 years slaving away, and then mom and dad passed away and they inherited mom and dad's wealth, which was grandma and grandpa's wealth. And now they're rich. And they've successfully managed it. I mean, it runs the gamut. I mean, it just goes the gamut. But I can tell you, you do not need to be a university-trained master's economics degree holder to be an option writer and make yourself a real nice bucket of money. You don't need any of it. And I just am so happy when people say to me, I can't believe it, Bruce, but 6 months ago, I didn't know what a stock option was. And today I'm writing 50 contracts and I am bringing in this cash that I never thought I could bring in. I can't believe this is legal. And that's a common reaction. I get that a lot. I can't believe you're allowed to do this. You mean this is allowed under the SEC? This isn't illegal trading? This isn't like the cops are going to knock on my door and say, you can't trade options? I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm allowed to do this. Because I thought that only institutions could do this. I thought only the big banks and the investment firms and the big pension funds and management companies and mutual companies, I thought only they could do what I'm doing on an individual scale. Well, people, welcome to the party. You can write options no matter how small of an investor you are. And I tell you right now, there are people on this watching this channel, have been watching me now for over a year. They've had $2,000 to their name, $2,000. That's all they got, $2,000, and they've picked up a couple of deep in the money calls for $900 each, and they're writing 2 call contracts against these 2 deep in the money calls, and they're hauling in 20% every month or two, 25%. Are they rich? of course not. If you're going to make 20% on $2,000, you're making $400. Does that mean you're rich? No. Are you richer? Yeah. Are you better off? Yeah. Are you motivated to get more money to really make this pay? Oh, yeah, you're motivated, because when you see these kinds of returns, you get off your duff and you start figuring out ways to get your hands on additional capital. Absolutely. Because when you figured out, hey, I can write deep in the money call against deep in the money calls on anything I own. Hey, what am I doing here with this 401k that is worth $12,000 with company blah blah blah? Can I get that out into an IRA and then self-manage that? Can I? Well, why am I holding two cars again? Why do I have a pickup truck and a car? Oh, I was young once and I won't give the damn thing up. Maybe time to dump off some crap you don't need anymore, turn it into capital that you can now work to grow capital. In other words, that old pickup truck that's worth $6,000, you're making it grow by 20% every couple of months in value. A year from now, that $6,000 value is worth $8,000 or $9,000. 2 years from now, it's worth $20,000. That truck isn't going to be worth 20 grand in 2 years. That truck's going to be worth $4,000 in 2 years. It's going into the rust bucket. Turn assets into cash that work for you. It's time to get your money working for you like you were 18 years old. Like I said, you only go around once, man, and you do not need an advanced degree in economics to do this. I try desperately here every day to explain the stock market to you guys in plain English. That's my shtick. That's my shtick. It's in the title, every title of my video, every single video. Trading in plain English with Uncle Bruce. Every single video. I'm trying to make the point. You can do the same with stock options. Trade in plain English. Learn how it's done in plain English. I have 14 lessons on my website right now, with lesson number 15 coming in later this week, being edited by Emily right now. And I have been begging you, and I've been encouraging you, and I've been mentioning it, that you might want to consider taking these classes, watching all of these classes. Most of the folks that are commenting here with their names in green type with a little avatar behind their name, those folks are all members. Number one, they're all members of the channel. Number two, those folks have probably watched every single class I've done. 90% of them, I'm certain of it. And I can tell you that of those 90% of those people have rewatched certain classes multiple times, because you never stop learning and you never stop reminding yourself about what it is you're doing and getting the handle on it. I'm trying to explain to you folks out there in the wide world of YouTube who are watching me, I'm trying to explain to you in plain English the very, very complicated world of the options market in plain English, and I can't do it in 15 minutes. Nobody can. And I know that I'm right because you've told me I'm right, because those of you out there who have been writing options now for the last 6 months, a year and a half, you get approached from time to time. Someone will come up to you and say, hey, listen, I hear you're making money in the market. What are you doing? Are you doing something with options or something? And you naively, at the very beginning, thought, here's a cousin of mine who is interested, or a former coworker of mine or whatever. And you naively thought you could explain to that individual how the option markets work and how you write options. And you try to explain it in plain English, like I do. And you find out that in 30 seconds, you notice a paleness come over their faces. You notice an expression come over their face, like they're comatose. They're having a silent stroke, and they're beginning to drool out of the side of their mouth. They don't know what you're talking about. They're glazed. They're trying to stay attention and keep attention, and you're losing them, man. You're losing them. And that's great. That's great. Okay, well, I'm gonna go see you. I'm gonna go see your sister and say hi to her, because I thought she's hot. Look, man, you cannot explain the complicated stock market and options market to anybody in 5 minutes. If it were that easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it? I mean, I mean, and isn't this something that you guys get hit with all the time? Those of you who watch me, you've taken the classes, you're writing options, and people say to you, well, if it's so good, you're writing these options, you're making so much money writing these options. Why isn't everybody doing it? Because you, in your mind, are saying because you're an idiot and you don't want to learn how to do it. That's why no one else is doing it, you moron. But you don't say that because you're too nice. You're thinking it. Oh, you're thinking it. You want to say it, but you don't say it. The reality is that you want to learn something and be good at it. You're gonna work at it. You want to be a hockey player? Start taking slap shots and skate around the ice. You got to practice, practice, practice. You want to be a football player? Want to be a kicker? Learn to kick a football. You want to be a quarterback? Learn to throw a football. You want to be a baseball player? Learn to catch, throw, and hit, and do nothing but that. If you want to be good at it, it's as simple as that. If you want to become an option writer, you start by becoming a part-time occasional option writer, and you put your toe into it and you see if you like it or not. Do you like it? Do you enjoy writing an option against a stock you have, or an ETF you own, or a deep in the money call that you've picked up? And are you interested in this? For some of you, it just doesn't work. You don't like it. It does. You'd like to do it, but it just isn't working for you. I get it. It's all right. It's not the end of the world, but it is. It is part of the world in which we live. Some of us really have a talent for writing options. I find that women have an incredible talent for writing options, actually. Females are very good at this. Women have a way of cutting through the clutter and staying focused and coming back and believing in their convictions, and they never let go. And it's good stuff. Now, some of you are really good option writers, but you are terrible when it comes to buying back your contracts. You can write them and you bring in all kinds of dough, but you can't sit on the position. You just are dying to get out of the position. You just can't follow it through to the finish. You're going to have to learn the technique of enjoying a profit and earning the full profit on a trade, whether you're buying a call position back at half of what you sold it for, a third, a quarter, a tenth. You're going to have to learn to discipline yourself. But this, again, is the early days, isn't it? I mean, nobody here has been writing options for 20 years with me. I've only been on the air a couple of years, and I've been live every day since January 2021, talking about writing options since about April or something, 2021, May. So there are very few people here with 5 years. Well, there's nobody here with 5 years of writing experience with me. It's 2 years or less. So it's early days. But a number of you have changed your lives dramatically writing options, and you figured it out. It's the way you want to go. Where else can you have an account where you got 20 deep in the money calls on GameStop, and you're writing $4 calls and you're buying them back for $2, and you're sitting there going, I just made $4,000. This took me 4 weeks. This took me 5 weeks. I made $4,000 in 5 weeks. $800 a week is what you're making on top of what you make on your day job, if you still have a day job. Wow, there are folks here who had 3 option contracts. They used to write 5. They used to write 5. They've now gone into the deep in the money call strategy with the poor man covered calls. They're now writing 15, 20, 30, 50, 80, 100 calls at a time. And there are folks here who have figured out, my God, I can't believe it. I write 100 call options and I sell them for $6. Then I buy them back for $3, and I just made $30,000 profit. And I used to lose $5,000 a month in the stock market. Every freaking month I would lose money. I would be chasing this hot stock, this rumor, that rumor. I'd get killed. I was always the last guy in on all the hot stocks. Now I just write call options. I don't have to worry about chasing any hot stock. I just write call options on a bunch of stocks that I follow, and they pay me. They pay me to let them gamble on my stock. I've never had people gamble on my stock before and pay me for the privilege. I've always been the gambler. I was always the one risking everything. All of a sudden, they're the ones risking everything. And I get to choose when I get out of this position. I really like this game Bruce has figured out for me. This is a whole different ball game. Option writers are quitting their day jobs, no question about it. The youngest of my viewers are finding it unbelievable that they do not have to go to work. They're not used to it yet. My older investors, older viewers, I should say, are looking at this going, not only have I quit the day job, but I am adding more money a month into the account that I'm taking out to live on. And I am growing my retirement pot here while I'm managing it. This was unthinkable at the office. The only way my retirement fund was growing is if I kept working full time and a deduction would be made from my paycheck and the employer would match it. And I was adding 400, 500 a month to my retirement. Every 400 or 500 a month. Like, what kind of retirement life are you going to have in 5-10 years from now with that kind of growth? That's $5,000 a year, $6,000 a year going into your retirement. What are you retiring? What are you thinking? You're not going anywhere with that kind of savings plan. It's not a chance. The dream of these dream merchants who have convinced so many Canadians and Americans and Europeans, hardworking people, these dream merchants who convince these 20 and 30-something-year-old people who are well-educated, university graduates, college grads, all of you out there who've slaved your butts off, and they tell you that you're saving $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 a month towards your retirement, that you're going to have a retirement at the end of your career waiting for you, worthy to speak of. I don't know where this comes from. There's no chart that I know that's making you a millionaire. I don't see it. I see charts right now as you are entering your 50s and 60s and 70s. I see charts right now that are taking away from you 8% of your money right now every month. That's called inflation. And 8% of, I'm not talking about 8% of your $200 or $300 a month. I am talking 8% of all the money you've amassed, all the wealth you've created is now being devalued on you by 8% a year or more. Because the official inflation rate is one thing, and the real inflation rate, the one that you and I pay, is completely different. And there are people out there who are just finding out the bitter, bitter reality that they were supposed to make a big pot of money on their house when they finally got ready to sell it. And it's all about timing. And whether you got lucky and caught the top of the market or unlucky and you're in the trough, higher interest rates, higher mortgage rates have decimated housing values. The market is dead on arrival. There's no activity in the housing market. It's tough to get out. Then there's supposed to be the retirement waiting for you, your all that amassed value that you saved. And you find out now that the market topped out in October 2021. And here we are in April 2023. And we're in the middle of and still in a bear market, and bond funds and money funds and high growth funds and all the other have slumped in value the last year and a half. And you don't have to pay off there. You're running out of time with work. You have to retire at age 65, or you're physically done for, you're mentally done for, whatever the reason, whatever the circumstance. The firm is saying, sayonara, mister, you're out of here. You're gone, and you don't have that income stream coming in anymore. And now you're supposed to retire on the hand you've got now. The cards that you're holding at the end of the game is your life's achievement right there. Here's the verdict on your entire life of working your butt off for 40, 45 years. That's not right. That's not fair. Even those folks, however, I've got good news. You can take control of this existence and make something of it, much more than what the prospects are. Because you may have noticed that some of you going to your local branch of your bank downtown or wherever you bank, they're offering you 2% on your money for 5 years, 3% on your money, 4%. What are they offering you for 5-year CDs right now? Jack squat is what they're offering you. And against inflation, you're losing. And so they're guaranteeing you that for the next 5 years, you will lose 5% to inflation if you give us your money. That's your guarantee. That's your plan. That's my retirement plan. I'm guaranteed to lose 5% of my wealth every year for the next 5 years due to inflation. That's what I worked my ass off for 40 years? I don't think so. No, the folks who come to this channel, we have a slightly different attitude about that. We're going to make the market our bitch. We're going to make the market work for us. We're not going to let the outside world kick us around. But you know what? You better have a different mentality than in other places. You got to come here willing to do some work, and you got to come in here willing to do some studying to understand how this market actually functions. And if I've helped you in any way do it, I am thrilled to no end. But I will keep reminding you, you have got to show up every day that show me you want it. Show yourself you want it. Are you disciplined enough to make it happen, or are you just a pretender? Hey, I get it. When we were kids, you remember when you were kids, some of you wanted to you wanted to learn how to play the violin, and you lasted 4 lessons. Some of you wanted to play the piano. You lasted 8 lessons. Some of you were made to play the piano. You remember that? You had to take accordion lessons. You remember those days? Especially the older folks around here. Some of us wanted to become baseball players. And we thought we'd become the next Brooks Robertson or whatever. And it didn't work out. Well, now it's time to gather up the pieces, gather up your assets, and find a way to make your assets work for you. And I can tell you right now, when you're making money in the options market, writing options, it's fun. People around here are going, I thought I wouldn't really like this. I thought this was a necessary evil. It's kind of like tax time. I have to do all that paperwork every year, and I get it out of the way. And oh, thank God, I have to worry about that for another year. But this option writing stuff, this isn't like that at all. Learning how the option market works and then writing options on my own account, this is kind of exciting. And this is kind of really fulfilling. When I score, even if I'm making $300 on a couple of options, or I'm making $3,000 or $20,000, this is really, really, this pumps me up. And yes, when your account is getting larger every month rather than smaller on an average basis, it makes it kind of fun to come to the office. And your office could be the den in your house, could be the office in the basement that you've set up for yourself, the office on top of the garage that you built or what have you, or just the dining room table in your apartment, wherever you are, wherever you've got one of these little devices where you can hang out with this balding Canadian guy and keep an eye on the markets through one of these or whatever device you're using. That's your office. The best part about writing options as well, one of the best parts, is that the office is portable. It's mobile. And if you feel like I got to get out of the house, I'm a little bored here, I'm going down to a cafe down the street. I'm going to get myself a little carrot cake and or a little coffee cake and a nice little latte or a cappuccino, and I'm going to take my office with me. And that is your handheld device, or it's whatever you want to take with you, your big ass iPad, up to you, what you want to take with you to keep an eye on your investments. Sweet ride, baby. There's nothing wrong with that. Wherever there's Wi-Fi is where you're in business, and the world of Wi-Fi continues to expand and expand and expand. So congratulations, all of you who are on vacation, making money on vacation. Congratulations, all of you who are at your favorite coffee shop, making money at your favorite coffee shop. Congratulations to those of you who are going to your favorite Costco today to sit down at the food court after you do some shopping. Keep an eye on your trades. However and wherever you are, I congratulate you all. Welcome to the party, pal. It's your party, and you've invited yourself to it, and no one kicks you out. You do not need any certificates of accomplishment from any educational entity to become successful in the options writing business. It's a question of how bad do you want to win. It's as simple as that. And I am happy to say that many of my viewers are shocked at how badly they love to win, and how much they love winning, and how self-motivated they become doing what they're doing. There are folks here who are now writing options with passion that they never had at their day jobs. They used to dread going to work. They used to dread Sunday nights because when they woke up Monday morning, it was the beginning of another week of hell. Here, people hate Fridays. People hate it when the market closes on Friday because they got to wait till Monday before they can trade again. And when it's a long weekend, it is really hell on earth. There's another day that I can't go to trade. I can't stand it, they say. But then they say to themselves, Uncle Bruce isn't on Monday because it's a long weekend. That means there's another day of depreciation on all those contracts I've written. Actually, that's not a bad thing. Coming back on Tuesday means it's one less day the option traders have to gamble on my stock. That's actually good for me. And that's right. Your slot machine is not paying out anybody on holiday Mondays. Not at all. It's a wonderful thing. The money is still in the machine. It's in your account. You got to love that. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Welcome, everybody, to the hopes and dreams and aspirations of success. Welcome to the new normal. What I'm telling you guys about today, I could never have talked to you about this 10 years ago. I could never have had this chat with you guys 10 years ago. It was impossible for any of you 10 years ago to be able to buy and sell, write and buy back call options on something like this, because 10, 15 years ago, these didn't exist in the formats they are now. Certainly no platform existed 10, 15 years ago on one of these things. The platforms have only showed up in the last couple of years. And so you would have to have gone through stockbrokers and option brokers who would have gone through the entire system to get an order placed on the exchange. No way would you have been able to do this. And to monitor your account and stay on top of things, no way would you have ever been able to be self-employed and write your own futures on option writings. Not a chance. This world has just only existed and come of age in the last 3 to 4 or 5 years. And even that is pushing it. It's really the last 3 years. 2 years for sure. This has existed and is now available to almost anyone, anywhere. I can bet you, and I'll tell you, the options market is growing leaps and bounds right now. And it is growing because of domestic growth in the USA, Canada, in Europe. It is also growing outside of North America and Europe. There are so many people around the world who are now being given access to platform trading through their apps, wherever they are around the world. We're talking now third world countries, second world countries, third world countries. We're talking about billions of people who are for the first time in their lives being connected in to the global financial system. And part of it is the options market. Now, as I've said to you already, you try and tell someone about what it is you do and how you write stock options, and they are lost in 5 minutes. You can imagine what it's like in the third world, the second world, where people are trying to figure out what you're up to here with this guy writing options. I mean, we are miles down the highway compared to most of the planet. Most option players coming into the option market will arrive as buyers of call options. They will be seeking the payoff lottery ticket win. That's what's coming into this market. The amount of crazy money and gambling money coming into the options market will be stunning. It will be absolutely stunning how much is coming in. And liquidity is needed. Option writers are required to help satisfy the needs of the option buyers and gamblers. And that's where you guys come in. On this channel, 185 of you are here right now. Every single one of you have to learn how to write options. You have to help the options market get larger by creating merchandise, because the option market doesn't write options. Option writers write options. That's you. Option writers are the ones who create the options. They're the only ones. Whether they're pension funds, mutual funds, ETFs, and or individual investors, it's you guys. Your options are required for an insatiable appetite for options gambling. 99.99% of the world out there won't buy your options. They'll buy the options that are out there on whatever stock they want to play with. It doesn't matter. You're just funneling options into the option market through the investments that you're sitting on, and you're helping your part of the world get more liquid, I suppose, and you are getting richer. You're being well rewarded for your efforts. It pays handsomely to be an option writer, without question. It pays handsomely. And for my classes, which are $150 a piece, you can take one class at a time for $150, 14 of them, soon number 15, and learn how it's done. Now, if you want to get 5 classes for the price of 4, I have a deal on right now. You're noticing on the top of this thing over here, this chat thing over there. I have a deal. You want to get 5 of my classes? Pick any 5 you want, including class number 15 that we just did on Saturday. Poor Man Covered Call Advanced Trading Strategies. You make a donation to my PayPal account, and the donation is for $599.99. You get $750 worth of classes. There's the address there. You should be able to find it below in the description of this chat. Depending on what device you're on, it's easier to find. You can go to my website anytime you want, and you can pick up the classes one at a time. They're available there at $150 a piece. Any order you want, doesn't matter to me. Or you can come over here. And once you make your donation, send me a personal email, which again is down below in the description. But here it is, brucefarman@hotmail.com, and just say, Bruce, just made a donation to your PayPal account for $599.99 US. Here are the 5 classes I would like. I want number 15, the one that you're editing right now, and I want these others right here. You want 5 numbers 1 to 5 only? Tell me which ones you want. I'll send you the 5 you need. The links will come to you via email, and you're good to go. All right. If you're making an order today, a request today for lesson number 15 along the others, I will send all 5 to you later this week when number 15 is released and ready for distribution. So next couple of days. All right. Thank you all so much for listening to the commercial. Appreciate it. Again, please support the channel and support yourself. Learn how to write call options in this market that is dying for call options, dying for them. There are trillions of dollars a week coming into the options market looking for a place to gamble. And you may as well be a casino for these people and say, I'll tell you what, you want to buy my Tesla stock or my deep in the money, you want to buy some Tesla shares? I got deep in the money calls on Tesla. I'll write you a call. No problem at all. I'll take the fat premium off you. I'll put the cash in my account and say thank you very much. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, welcome all to the party. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. 3 minutes from now, we're opening up for trading. Larry Titus, it's almost time for Larry to ring the bells and get things started. Thank you again for those of you who have been hitting the thumbs up button while I've been yapping away. We have 110 thumbs ups today. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Those of you who've become members of this channel, I cannot thank you enough for being members of Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you. As a special thank you to my viewers who are members, Gold Bagel members. You, of course, enjoy a Wednesday night program live, prime time with Uncle Bruce, Wednesday, 8 o'clock Eastern time every week. I appreciate that. We have a very good session every Wednesday evening to talk about option strategies and your trades and any questions you have. Also, those of you who are Gold Bagel members of this channel, the senior level, you also get to enjoy the Trade Alert show, which happens usually about a half an hour before this show starts every day, Monday to Friday. And that gives you, instead of 20 shows a month that you would normally enjoy, being a regular member of this channel, it allows you to enjoy 44 special telecasts being a gold level member of this channel. Thank you, all of you who have done it and who are considering becoming members of this channel. We love having it. It keeps this channel on the air, and I thank you all very, very much. Fantastic stuff. Let's see how the market wants to do here. We're opening up in a minute. We've gone member only on the chat now, so thank you. Members can chat during live market. Become a member either at the Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level, $10 a month, or Gold Bagel member, $25 a month. Your choice. Come on in and hang out with us, and you get to display those coveted neat emojis from the Knights of Neat. We honor the folks over at the Monty Python's Flying Circus people. David Flores says an independent director at GameStop bought 114,000 shares at $22.80 in the open market. That's always a good sign. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. It's looking like hopium yet again today. Nice. These cover calls keep depreciating, and me like it. Yes, I'm sure you do. Maria Powell, I am thumbs up number 115 for you, Bruce. You will get 200 thumbs ups on the morning show today. Larry Titus, bells are ringing, buddy. We are open. Letter rip, says Larry. Thank you, buddy. Larry, thanks. Let's go, says Alberto. Maria, I laugh out loud. Thank you, Larry. We are open. We're ready to start trading. Let's see how the market works today. There's opportunity for you folks to get richer, and you might as well take it, because there are people out there handing over money, crazy amounts of money being handed over by gamblers, degenerates that are gambling on the options market with little or no reason. We say, oh, welcome into the casino. Come over to my slot machine. Have I got something for you? I'm showing that at the moment, it looks like the Dow is up about 59 points to start the session here. We have the S&P 500 up 1.8 points, the NASDAQ down 12. We got oil up 68 cents to $80.62 or 42 cents, just hanging around $80 a barrel at the moment in Texas. We got Walmart, we have Western Alliance Bank, which was under tremendous pressure last week, up 4 cents this morning. AI is sitting up 78 cents. Unity Software is up by 22 cents. A lot of volatility on those three stocks. Cyxtera is so far unchanged. GameStop is up 28 cents at $22.65. SoFi is up a nickel to $5.96. We got Tesla up 132. We have ATIP at 23.5. I'm not sure if we're trading yet. Apple is off 22 cents. HBQ is at 30.12, up 39 cents. First Republic Bank is up 6 cents. Google down 37. Moderna is down 5.33 today. We got Cisco down 17, 18 cents now. Pfizer's up about 7. IBM looks like it's negative about 35 cents. Microsoft down 4.88. 23andMe is up 1 penny. Matterport up 1.5. Rocket Lab, it looks like it's unchanged at $4 even. SmartRent looks like it's unchanged at the moment, and Spire looks to be down maybe 0.8 of a penny. Early minutes of our markets, just 2 minutes in, we're up 32 on the Dow, 0.303 on S&P. Very little movement to start the morning here at the moment. That's what we have going on right now. SoFi up 6 cents to $5.97 this morning. This is about the high today, $5.98 now on 1 million shares so far. Would be nice to break through 6 and just keep on going. We'll find out how that wants to play. Dow's up 19 at the moment. Thank you, everybody. GameStop up 42 cents to $22.79 early this morning. Good morning, y'all, from Splair. Bama Babe says, thank you, Larry, for ringing the bells. Very much appreciated. Thank you, everybody. And Alberto is saying here, I would start with his classes and dissect them, then ask for a one-on-one, and then you are guaranteed to make a boatload of money. Thank you, Alberto, for your kind words. Congratulations, everybody. Alberto's saying another example, 700 shares of Tesla. My average was $2.99. My average now is $1.18. Giddy up. Alberto, GNRC dipped on me. My average was $1.10. Premiums allowed me to drop my average to $1.03. Always a win, so the current stock price doesn't matter to me. Giddy up, everybody. Way to go, Alberto. Making it happen, buddy. Definitely making it happen. Congratulations, everybody, and welcome to the show. Glad you're here. And nice to see you. Nice to see you as part of the channel today. Bagel Babe is saying, I've tried to explain how lucrative this is to a dozen different people in the past year, and no one has taken me up and tried it. There is a steep learning curve for beginners, but it can be done. Splair says, keep it going, y'all. Uncle Bruce's teachings are worth it, as Alberto mentioned, and everyone else here will confirm this, who is really sticking to the strategy, the plan. You really stick to it. Thank you, everybody, for all of your comments. It's much appreciated. All right, there you go. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the Party Pals. Dough is going to be handed to option writers as usual, and you just got to be in line to take it. Just it's as simple as that. Oscar Davila, Bruce, I am thumbs up number 118 today. You are on the way to 200 thumbs ups. I see 122 now have come through. Thank you all so very much for already 122 thumbs ups. We like to hit 200 per show every morning. Thank you to the rerunners who are out there watching on the rerun. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming through every day, hitting the button as well, because we get a lot of viewers that watch these live shows on reruns, some of you at double the speed to make it quicker, and you hit the thumbs up button for me every single day. You guys are just the best. I mean, it's just, there's no other way to say it. You're just awesome, and I thank you so very much for hitting the thumbs up button and letting YouTube know, hey, this guy is the real deal, and we support him. Thank you guys for all of that. All right, thank you, kids. Welcome to the party. We're up 45 points at the moment on the markets. The question is, where will we end up here? That is the question. Yesterday, we left the show. We were at about 180 thumbs up. So we're now sitting at 217, 216 from last Friday, 217 from last, I think, Thursday, 212, 209, 234. Every day, 200 thumbs ups or more keep coming in. Thank you guys for your encouragement. We keep it going. It's fantastic. All right. Let's see. Where are we at here? BW says, don't get taken away in a box. Don't be dumber than a sack of hammers. Come learn how to write options with Uncle Bruce instead. There you go. Alberto Bagel Babe, I stopped trying to explain. I carry Uncle Bruce's YouTube channel email and just direct them to watch and or schedule time with him. That's what I do for these folks. BP, SoFi, $6, Bruce. We've touched 6. Giddy up. 601 has been the high of the session so far. Right now, 596. 1.7 million traded on SoFi. This is great. Let's go through 6 and get head for 7, head for 8, head for 10. And let's get going. I've got a few folks here who want to write options on this stuff, and I can't wait. I'm excited for you guys. This channel, we have a following here on SoFi, a pretty good following, and I am a huge fan of SoFi. I think SoFi is going to be a huge winner for all who invest in it down here. The CEO Noto himself is buying stock literally every month. He's filing reports, buying stock. That's a consistent sign right there. I think it's going to do really, really well. Cyxtera, by the way, is up a penny, 36.8. The Dow up 36, GameStop up 36 cents right now. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce trying to roll 10 April 21st AI $20 covered calls. I received around $8 for five weeks ago. I got $8 a contract, $800 a contract times 10 contracts, $8,000. Let's see, 5. Now I'm trying to roll the July 22 and a halves and receive 1,600 in the process. Good move. It's rhetorical level. I think it's nice. Yes, indeed. If you can roll up to 2250s, so that's $250 a contract more to you if you were to be exercised. So that's $2,250 more plus 1,600 in cash additional to make the switch over. That's a $4,100 positive move on top of what you're doing. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty darn good move, buddy. Good luck on that. George, plan the work the plan, and do not be distracted by the hot tip of the day. George knows. Credit Savage. Also, I bought me 50 SoFi $7 calls yesterday on a 10-cent stink bid. Laugh out loud. They triggered. I'm going to buy 50 more later. Interesting stuff. Splair, instead of talking always the same, I started to recommend a video from Uncle Bruce that is fixed as the first video on my Facebook page. The last short is really helpful for this. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're up 44 on the Dow. Where Western Alliances Bank is up 36. AI is up 76 cents to 23.89. Unity up a penny. Sextera is at 36.4 pennies right now on just 18,000 shares, up 0.6 of a cent. We got GameStop up 41 cents at 22.78. The volume on GameStop this morning is 213,000. SoFi right now 594 up 3. High of the day 601. 2 million traded. So some trading volatility coming through there. Tesla's up 303 today to 187.50. ATIP looks like it's up 0.7 of a cent right now, 24.2. Just 4,000 volume there. Apple down 33 cents. We got HBQ up 48. We have First Republic Bank down 9 cents. Google down 12. Moderna down 8.15 to 152 a share. Cisco down 26 cents. Pfizer's up 4. IBM down 19. Microsoft down 5.28. 23andMe is up 2.5 cents to 227.5. Matterport is up 3 cents to 282. Rocket Lab is up 8 pennies now to 408. SmartRent up 4 cents to 257. We got Spire up 0.3 of a penny, 63.1 cents over there. Bed Bath Beyond up half a penny. Amazon down 179. Home Depot up 202. Netflix up 387. Vanik up 67 cents right now. Adobe down 254. Goldman up 18 cents. Boeing up 231. Meta is down 16 cents. AMC, the common shares are up 6 cents. The prefs are up a half a penny at the moment. Combined, they're about $6.80. Royal Caribbean down 14 to 62.21. Carvana is up today 54 cents. Robinhood down 9. BlackBerry's up 1.5 cents. Norwegian down a penny. Carnival down 2 pennies. Target is up 180. JP Morgan up 6 cents. Costco up $4.67. We got Walmart up 9 cents. Disney is up 58 at 101.39. Nvidia down 2.21. American Airlines off 3 cents to 14.12 at the moment. That is the early take on things. We're up 50 points on the Dow, down a half a point on S&P, down 30 on NASDAQ. It's a mixed market at the moment without serious direction at the moment. All right. There you go. Maria, Alberto, how long have you been writing on GNRC? Any problem with fills, etc.? Mirko, hello. I am number 128. How you doing, Mirko? Welcome to the show this morning. Great to have you here. Alberto, Maria, approximately a month or a little longer. No issues with fills. Maria, okay, that's good. They're good premiums, says Maria. There you have it. It's one of the other benefits of being part of this channel. If you're a member of this channel, you get to hang out with the members here on this show while we're live on the air during market hours. You can ask me questions on what I think you might want to think of doing. You take the classes, and then you get to hang out with the professor during the day, every day, 5 days a week. You get to hang out with me. If you're a member of the channel, you get to fire me questions on what you've just learned on your classes or how the market is going for you or anything like that. You may find that you ask me a question here, and by the time I get to it, sometimes my comments are so many that other viewers are answering the question for you. And that's one of the benefits of this community. The best community on YouTube, traders helping traders here on the options market. Option writers talking to option writers. I don't know of any other channels out there that do as much of that this one does. Live 5 days a week, Monday to Friday during market hours. In the first 2 hours of the morning, one be pre-market and the first hour of the session. Thank you all for joining in. We have a Discord. There is a Discord page that I am not part of. It's run by one of my viewers, Tiff. If you'd like to become a member of the Discord group, where a lot of these folks hang out with each other when I'm not on the air and they talk about me, you're certainly welcome to join that group. The key here is to send me an email at my email address, which is right here, brucefarmer@hotmail.com, and let me know you'd like to become part of the Discord group. I will then forward your request to a gatekeeper who will then get you to the gatekeeper of the Discord channel. And we think that likely will keep trolls out of there. So that's kind of the game plan. That's why it is not easy to just become part of Discord. You have to work your way in. We try to vet out troublemakers if at all possible to make it a PG-rated place to go to where people feel welcome and will not be attacked or trolled or anything like that. Good stuff. Thank you all for everything. Appreciate you all. And this community is awesome, says Maria. Maria, thank you so much. George, the stock price is almost inconsequential. The money is made on the options premium. The stock is simply collateral. True, Bama Babe, best community ever, says Bama Babe. There you go. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce sold 10 FRC, First Republic Bank, $15 covered calls expiring next week. I received $7.75 for them. The stock is at $14. The price of these options is now 85 cents. Should I just let them expire, or do I buy back and write May's or June's? Buy them back immediately. Get the hell out of there. You've made over almost 90% on your money. Forget the last 85 cents. Just forget about it. Get out of there and write contracts for May and June for another $7, $8, $9. Get over there and take in the big money. It's time. You've waited too long. Get out. Nice move. Nice trade. Really, really well done. Dow is up 71 points right now. S&P's up 2, and NASDAQ is down 22. Caterpillar and Boeing are leading the Dow higher, apparently, at the moment. There you go. We've got AI up $1, Unity up 12 cents, Cyxtera is up 1.4 cents to 37.2. GameStop 22.75, up 38 cents. SoFi back down to 5.89. Tesla's up 173 to 186.24. The ATIP is up a half a penny, 24 cents. Apple down 56 cents. HPQ up 43. FRC at 14.04, down 12. Google down 58. Moderna down 8.97 to 151.18. Cisco down 39. Pfizer up a nickel. IBM down 16. Microsoft down 5.35. 23andMe is now up a nickel at $2.30. There's a bit of spillover might be happening. I don't know for sure on ME, but my hunch is because 23andMe has one of the largest, if not the largest, collection of DNA on the planet, there are drug companies paying ME licensing fees for access to this knowledge, to this data. And it gives ME an income coming in from this data. But what they also get for access is they get a percentage, a royalty percentage on any new drugs that are being worked on by these drug manufacturers, these pharmaceuticals. And so for ME, what we're sitting on here is a time bomb. We're sitting on a time bomb where at any day now, we don't know, tomorrow, next week, next year, 10 years from now, but sooner or later, a drug will pass FDA approvals and will run up into the open market. That will be, a cancer drug, a leukemia drug, a whatever drug. I mean, name your disease. ME is probably involved in hundreds of different potential patents and royalty structures. And just one drug passing FDA scrutiny at any time could completely transform the value of this stock. ME is virtually unknown to the outside world, except for folks who've sent their DNA in to find out their relatives and who they're related to and their background and all that stuff. And there are millions of people who've done it. But in the investment world, that's what I'm trying to tell you. In the stock market investment world, ME is not known that it's a publicly traded company and that it is so deeply involved in the development of new drugs, risk-free. They don't pay any money to produce these drugs. They will earn royalties on the success of the drugs with no downside. They have access to their 100 million people database, or whatever the size of this thing. It's huge. This DNA database that ME is sitting on is the world's largest. And they're giving access to drug companies. Every drug company eventually will deal with these guys. This is the fact that I believe will happen. It's only a matter of time that drug company after drug company after drug company will come to these guys with the same proposal that ME insists on, that they get a fee for access and they get royalties based on success of the drug. Like I said, just one drug that becomes a multi-billion-dollar seller, and generally when they're successful, they get referred and recommended heavily, will transform this company. This will make the market aware of the utter ridiculousness of the upside of ME. This is a company that could be thousands of dollars a share. Thousands of dollars a share. Because the upside is limitless. It's utterly limitless. Give this company just one cancer treatment drug for, I don't know, $500 a shot around the world. I mean, I don't know. It is, I can't fathom the size of the business. I know that the pharmaceutical business is hundreds of trillions of dollars in size. These guys are going to get their slice of the action forever. The royalty isn't good for a year or two. Forever. Massive, 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 massive upside potential here. So $231 a share is where it's at. It was once a SPAC. It was a $10 SPAC deal. And ME took over the SPAC, inherited the dough. Here they are. And they continue to sell these kits. And every single kit that they sell that comes back for DNA analyzation is another bunch of DNA in their data bank. They're growing their DNA base. It isn't stagnant. It is growing all the time and will continue to grow all the time. And people pay to do it. That's the thing about the ME system. They're growing their data bank with people paying them to give them their DNA. It's a wonderful gig. This company is a secret on the market for the most part. 99.9% of the players out there have no idea what the potential of ME actually is. It just blows me away. But hey, the market is the market, and awareness is what it's all about. And I can only tell you, there's 204 of you. I can only tell you what I know. And the rest of the world has to figure it out however they're going to figure it out. But they're coming in after you guys are in. All right. That's the key. All right. There you go. Looks like someone just picked up some classes. Very good. We'll get somebody looked after there. Right on. TB, we got you. We got you, buddy. From Illinois. Okay, man. We'll get you looked after for sure. You betcha. There's a good bargoon there. Thank you for the order. Very, very much. We have 142 thumbs ups now on the show. Thank you all so much for coming through here. Way to go, Credit Savage, on this move, and make your next move. I love it. Nick Dumouriez, Rocket Lab secured a NASA contract to launch a pair of satellites to monitor tropical storms. This company, Rocket Lab, is another one. There's ME, there's Matterport, there's Rocket Lab, SmartRent, Spire Global. My God, these guys are going to become really successful companies. They are on track. Rocket Lab, unlike Virgin Orbit or whatever that thing was called, Rocket Lab is sitting on $400 million in cash. No debt. They have an order book up to here for satellite launches, and now they got another contract with NASA. This is not the first and will not be the last. They're $4.06 a share, up 6.5 cents. Matterport, 3D imaging software company, up 3 cents a share right now to $2.82. The future of Matterport is limitless, just incredible. They also have a piss pot of money they're sitting on in cash. Then there's SmartRent. Oh my God, SmartRent, the future of real estate, the future of managed real estate, whether it's private, commercial, is irrelevant. SmartRent and their smart systems is the future of managing real estate and looking after your house or your property. Oh my God, it is a stock that will also be worth hundreds of dollars a share, in my opinion. Spire managing satellites in space. Hello. NASA's launching 2 more. Someone's got to manage them. Someone's got to take care of them. There's Spire. They manage many, many, many satellites for many companies, and they manage a lot of data for a lot of companies. Data transfer from Earth to space to Earth to space. You think that's a shrinking business or a growing business? What are your thoughts? Spire is bargain at 64 cents a share. Unknown. Spire, GameStop, over 23 bucks a share, Bruce. It's up again. There you go. Giddy up. 23.07, up 70 cents. Maria Powell, the credit savage. I have 200 FRC, and I'm thinking of buying another 200. You own the shares, correct? I'm working on my comfort level with FRC, laughing out loud. Right on, Maria. Write some contracts on that stuff and take in some juicy premiums, and you can buy even more. Let the stock let you buy more stock. Why not? We're up 51 on the Dow at the moment. We're up 1 point on S&P. We're down 27 on the NASDAQ. We've got oil up 50 cents a barrel right now in Texas. And we're sitting on GameStop at 23.08, up 71. SoFi at 5.88, down 2. Tesla up 2.96. ATIP up 1.1 cents to 24.6. Apple down 76. HBQ up 51. First Republic up 2 cents. Google down 70 cents. Moderna down 8.79. Cisco down 43. Pfizer unchanged. IBM is off 46. Microsoft down 5.81. ME up 5 cents to 2.30. Matterport up 5.5. Rocket Lab up 7. SmartRent up 7.5. And Spire up 1.2 cents. I guess my positive review of all these companies is having an effect. They're all green now. You're welcome. You're all welcome. Congratulations on moving into a winner. Absolutely. Yes, I do shares only, says Credit Savage. I write on stock. Congratulations. All of you out there, however you write options or whatever you're writing options on, you're getting richer. The market is handing you gains. You're crazy not to take them, and enjoy the upside. Credit Savage, if you write on FRC, look at August and the 15s. You could ask for $5 for that. Nice stuff. Jen, how are you? Guten Morgen, Jen. Nice to have you here this morning. Good to see you. Welcome to the party, pal. I don't know where that came from. I'm going to guess from this, but I don't know what else it could have come from. I don't know what else that would have been attached to.
It looks like a little foot.
It was on the floor. It might be underneath this chair, maybe?
Maybe. Yeah, it might be a cap.
Yeah, we found something on the floor. We don't know what it is.
It fits in one of those holes.
Okay, we'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Fantastic. Nick Demorier, the Credit Savage, what's your thought on only writing shares? Mandu number 5, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, baby. Credit Savage, buy at 14 and sell at 15 plus get $5. What's wrong with that trade? You're offering your stock for a $20 payout and you're paying 14 for it. Let's do the math. $6 gain on a $14 position. I like making money. That is really good money. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Mandu number 5. Mandu number 5. Credit Savage, while on shares and don't stress, never worrying about the clock. Richard Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen from
Good
Richard.
morning, Richard.
Good morning, Richie. Good morning, Richie. Well,
or
Ricky. No, I don't know, Richie or Ricky or RC. Welcome, RC. Good morning. We're up to 23.07. 23.07 on GameStop, up 70 cents. SoFi climbing again. We're at 5.90, down just a penny. We were at 6.01 today. We're going back. Yeah, Tesla's up 2.96. ATIP's up 1.1 to 24.6. Yeah, we're a little better. It's early. We're up on ME. We're up on Matterport. We're up on Rocket Lab. We're up on SmartRent, and we're up on Spire. All have gone green today. So we're watching all those guys. The Dow's up 36, but the other market's not much. We're down 0.3 on S&P and NASDAQ down 26. It's a mixed bag this morning. Nick Demorier, EOG, ROG. I don't know what EOG or ROG means. No idea what that means. Splair, Mando, seems that our lamp is now a Mandalorian. Our lamp is now a Mandalorian.
The lamp? What? one?
What lamp? There's no lamp. There's never
There
been.
is a Mandalorian.
There's never been a lamp. There's only Zool. That's all there is. That's all there is.
Yes. Well, if our little valley is any indication, everybody's kids are off school this week. Lots of kids.
Kids crawling all
Lots of
over our
kids.
country club this week. 55 and older country club. Kids everywhere.
All over the valley.
Grandkids everywhere. That's
Yeah.
what that means. Grandkids everywhere. Mandu, what lamp? Nick, I'm number 146. Curtis, he meant Roger, that Uncle Bruce. Laugh out loud.
Oh.
Laugh. Mandu is laughing out loud. You guys want to fool me? Just use code because I have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't have the inclination to learn it. I just don't care. Yeah.
GameStop over 23.
23.06, up
Okay.
69.70 cents. Yeah, hanging in there. And we're up on Cyxtera at 39 cents now on Cyxtera, up
So
3.2.
fast.
Cyxtera is trading 165,000 and running up.
Oh, that's nice
That's
looking
nice to
graph.
see. That's a nice looking graph. Go Cyxtera, go. SoFi is at 590. We've hit 601 today on 3.8 million volume. Go SoFi,
Yeah,
go.
fell off a little.
Come on, baby. It's coming on. Tesla's up 274. ATIP is up 1.1 cents, 24.6, 7,500. We had another viewer today pick up 5 classes for the price of 4
Oh, nice.
just in the last 15 minutes. Congratulations,
Sales
those of
are
you.
on. Sales are good.
Yep, that's exactly right.
How to make money while saving money.
That's right. That's right. How to make money while saving money.
A win-win.
How much easier do I have to make this?
I
I don't know what more I have to do. What more can I do?
What
Congratulations.
happened to your screen? What'd you do?
Oh, it's just reloading here.
Oh,
It's
okay.
slow.
It's.
We have 149 thumbs up, so we need 51 more. Thank you, everybody.
Did any of our American friends watch the Women U.S. game yesterday?
The American Canadian, the hockey with the Women's World Championships is
Their
being
games
played.
are always so
Canada
good.
and the U.S. arch rivals. Canada was leading 3-1 with
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go. The Americans got a 3-2 goal that was apparently a
Offside.
disputed offside or review on the replay, and they allowed it anyway. Then with 2 seconds to go, the Americans tied the game at 3. They went to overtime, nothing doing. They went to a shootout, and the 9th shooter for Canada, sudden death shootout, won it for Canada.
Yeah.
4-3.
The American had,
Game that shouldn't
No.
have gone anywhere, but it worked out that
it
way.
was the last of the preliminary. Now we head into the finals,
That's right.
where we will meet.
They
again.
will probably meet again
We
in
will
the
meet
final.
again.
That's true. That is
They
true.
all know each other
Um,
because they all play on the same teams for college and university.
There you see. Mandu number 5 has this avatar. You notice this avatar, Jen?
What's this?
It looks
Is
like
that a mandolin?
it looks like something that
Mandalorian?
is off to the side, tilted off to the side. Some
With
sort of
some kind of light emanating. from it.
yeah. So
I see.
Splair saying that for sure is a lamp. Splair, you're not going to fool Splair.
Can't
And
fold.
good morning, Jen.
Okay,
Financial
good morning,
Mischief. I
Splair.
was looking to bring in a chunk of premium. I just wrote AI July 24 $20 contracts. I brought in $9.80 on 5 contracts. Giddy up, man. 24.69 stock, bringing in 980 on it. Nice.
Yeah.
Mario, how about my lady Gamecocks getting drafted last night? WNBA.
Oh, sorry.
oh,
I
we-
can't do basketball.
we
You
can't
don't want
do-
to talk to me about
You don't want to talk to her about basketball. She's not going there.
basketball.
Not happening. WAI is up 175 this morning. Unity Software up 39 cents. Cyxtera is at 39 cents, up 3.2 cents this morning. Almost a 10% gain going on here on 184,000 shares. Right now, 39. GameStop 22.84 up
So
46.
green.
SoFi is back into the green.
Awesome.
592 up a penny. Tesla up 256. ATIP 24.6 up 1.1. Apple still off, but only off 65 cents. HBQ up 50. There's the story of a lovely lady, and I'm sticking to it. There you go. And
My
congrats. Congrats. So, Jen, what's up with you?
It's stretch time.
Are you doing your exercises now?
It's time to do it.
Jen is going to do her exercises.
Before it gets so hot.
How's that hip of yours doing?
My hip is awesome. My hip is so great. I highly recommend you do this.
Thanks to you guys. Thanks to all of you out there.
Only if it's necessary. But
That lady has a new hip.
don't let don't wait. Get on the list. Go do it.
See, I know you guys are making money writing options. How do I know? Jen has a new hip. That's how we both know you're making money writing options. Look at that. Oh, baby. Lifting that leg and flaring it out there. Couldn't do that a month ago. Couldn't do that
for a decade.
Haven't been able to do that for a decade. Right? Yeah.
Well, for a lot of my life, actually.
I don't want to sound too risque, but Jen is doing stuff with her hips she hasn't done for over a decade.
A whole new world.
Yeah, she has done this since her 50s. Oh man!
I should bring out the book they give you when you go in for the operation. They give a book that answers all of your adult
all
questions.
Those adult questions that people have
Can I
are
do it this
answered
way?
in the book.
No. Can I do
No.
this? Yes.
Do this, not that.
Not that. That's right. It's, they finally got tired of answering everybody's questions. So you know what? We're just gonna draw some cartoons and put it in.
We'll draw little animated photos here, and then you try to figure it out. Don't show the kids. It's not a coloring book. There you go.
Yeah, this isn't the one they give to children.
Don't leave it lying around for the grandkids to find.
This isn't the pre-op book for children.
And don't let your children find it, because your children will go, ew,
Grandma,
mommy, daddy, oh no, mommy, dad.
That's right. Your setup is tilted a little. You're coming forward on your boxes under there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just not the same.
I don't understand what you mean. What are you saying?
Your little Kleenex boxes under there.
Kleenex boxes under there? Down. You folks! If you only knew how complex the set is. I really should get you to take a photo of me sometime, so the folks can see what it looks like when I'm actually talking to them from behind the scenes. The problem is that we don't want you in the picture. You want to be. Yeah, exactly.
Shall I see if I can get you?
I tell you, I don't know. Can it be done? Yeah, let's do it this
on my phone.
Oh, idiot. See the support, see the love, the encouragement. Yeah. Mm-hmm. GameStop $22.94. There you go.
No, put that back.
Well, I've only put this in as of yesterday, so I'm not putting that there. Put it back. Put it back. Put that back. Put that back. You do that. Oh man. Laugh out loud. Auntie Jen is giving Uncle Bruce a pole dance, says Bama Babe.
That's right.
That's right.
Not a pile dance.
Yeah, Bama Babe, thanks. I love those ladies. And Coach Staley. Maria, get it? Get it, Auntie Jen? Shades.
Would you put your phone down here? Because our Wi-Fi is so bad.
Yeah, sure.
I can't find you.
She's sending me the photo so I can show it to you.
Okay, I'm taking your phone and I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Thank you very much. There goes my phone. GameStop $22.93. Last trade. Welcome everyone to the party, pal. Those of you who are interested in getting 5 classes for the price of 4, including class number 15 that we just shot on Saturday, send me a donation if you can through the PayPal account. $599.99 US will get you $750 worth of classes. And send me a private email with a request as to what class number you would like, or what class numbers you would like, and I will get you the classes. There we go. Okay, there we are. I think we are successful in getting this photo. Yeah, it's in my big ass iPad. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, well, how about all that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious me. Let's see what that looks like there. No, it doesn't look like I get it there. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Here we go. BW SoFi trend is possibly setting up on the daily. It was last like this on a 3-day signal on 1/9 and began its march to 824. If we close green today, it could start up again. John M. How about that? There we go. Fantastic. Here's the photo, just so you can see what we're talking about. This is what it looks like from Auntie Jen's point of view. This is what you're looking at right here. See if this comes up. Oh, sure, there it goes. There it goes, of course. Okay, there it is right there. How about that? You see that? There you go. That's the setup. Talk about fancy dancy. You got the ring light above the computer. You got the lamp over there. Well, there's no lamp. Then there's me, the chair. My phone is on top of my computer. Jen is watching from the side and giving me nothing but grief. And that's why on that side of my head, I have scars. And on the other side of my head, it's all pretty like a baby's bum. See, that's why you see. That's why. There you go. The behind the scenes look of what is happening here in this incredible world of YouTubing live to the world. What a guy goes through. What a guy.
Okay.
Okay, Auntie Jen, you go get them.
Have a fun Tuesday, everybody.
Have a fun Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Great to have you here. Here's what lamp. I love the cardboard boxes. Bachelor Hood returns.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I'm sitting on boxes of Kleenex to lift the computer high enough to get the camera high enough to be here. Otherwise, I'd be looking down at the computer. The logistics are incredible.
It's a lesser man couldn't do it.
Just it's impossible. Just thank you, Auntie Jen.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Go Rugman. Go Rugman. Yoink. That's right. DH milk crates and plywood for an upgrade. There you go. Yep. We're down to 19 days in our setup here, and then we're gone. And so this is all temporary. Yet again, trying to just be here to get her done and get you the message to help you make dough. Yep, the dollars being spent to set up these logistics with this elderly gentleman who's sitting here way overweight. What can I say? BW, with that kind of setup, I guess the super chat values need to increase some. Flair, enjoy the day, Jen. Nick, I definitely saw a lamp in that setup. What are you not telling us, Uncle Bruce? There's no lamp. There's a ring light. There's no lamp. Oh man, Cyxtera 37.9 cents, up 2.1 today. High of 39 so far. 234,000 shares on Cyxtera traded. Go, Cyxtera, go. GameStop 22.93, climbing a little bit again, up 56. SoFi 5.89, just hanging on here, down 2 pennies. 6.01 high of the day so far. Come on, SoFi. Tesla's up 2.18. ATIP is at 24.6, up 1.1 cents. That's where we're at right here and right now. Apple down 121, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Are you returning to Canada or another spring Europe trip? We're returning to Canada. We have an apartment that we have rented. We have secured an apartment in a building that we have lived in twice already before. We've lived in a building back in 1986 to 1990 something, and we moved into that building a second time in 2014, 15, and now we're moving into it for a third time. And the management is going, welcome back. Welcome back. Come on back. So that's when we get back home. And so the first 2 weeks of May will be mayhem. Complete and utter mayhem as I figure out how to be on the air, how to coordinate the move in, get everything out of storage into the condo or apartment, and get the whole thing linked up. And I dread that. That's why these last 19 days down here, we're crying. I'm crying. I'm telling you, I don't want 19 days to come so fast here. I want to stay here, being in this vacation land. But yeah, we're going to be busy the first 2 weeks of May, setting up new permanent studio in the new place, but we will then travel from there. That is the long-term plan, is to get everything into the apartment, set it up, and then later in the summer, theoretically later in the summer, the possibility of traveling will kick in. And that's what we'll let you know when I know more. That's the story. Bama Babe, you know Uncle Bruce, they do make portable leg adjustable tables, you know. Oh, I know, but you can't travel with them in a suitcase, you know. They don't travel too well. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I don't know if you talked about it already, but any thoughts on the new ETF from VanEck, the iBot? Never heard of it. I know anything about it. I know SMH was in the 30s also at some point. Yeah, I honestly, no, I haven't looked into it. I know nothing. I know nothing on it. Theoretically, I would imagine options are writable on it, I guess, but you'd have to look it up yourself. I really don't know. But options are options on any ETF you want to write on, including SPY and triple Qs, but they're expensive to acquire unless you acquire deep in the money calls. And we talked about doing that on lesson number 15. If you want to know about writing options on SPY and triple Q ETFs, the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500, check out lesson number 15 coming to a website near you later this week. And that class is available on the 4 for 5 deal right now. If you'd like to order it, you certainly can pick up 5 lessons for the cost of 4, including lesson number 15. Send me a private email and make a donation. $599.99 US gets you $750 worth of classes, including number 15. And away you go. You can write options learn how to write options on Qs and SPY. Fabulous. Cool bean stuff, man. That's what I'm saying. So cool. Synthetic option writing is what we were talking about here. Writing synthetic options. Man, are we getting complicated? Sure is getting kind of cool out there. Kind of unique. You guys have come a long way since you joined me way back when in 2021. We're up 154 thumbs ups now. Thank you all very much. 154 thumbs ups are in the house. Thank you, everybody, for 154. 46 to get to 200. That's pretty cool today. I love it. And the Smoke Dog is saying here, it just opened yesterday, this new ETF. Mirko, AJ Jr. has to take holidays to help set her parents up. Lay down the law, laugh out loud. That's right. That kid, well, don't worry. That kid will be working. Mama Bear will guilt her into helping out. Don't worry about that. I am sure that won't be a problem at all. Anyway, there you go. Gold futures are up over $2,000 an ounce, $2,017 an ounce for gold, up $13.40 today. Oil is up 81 cents to $80.55 a barrel in West Texas. That is the story. Headline is coming across here. 75% of Americans who know about crypto are not confident in its safety or reliability, survey finds. 3/4 of Americans who are aware of crypto don't trust it. Interesting. Smoke Dog, it just opened yesterday. Yes, that's that ETF. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. Thank you all for joining in on the Party Pal. It's great to have you all here. We're up 39 on GameStop. Cyxtera is sitting up 38 cents, up 2.3 today. The Dow's up 65 centinos. AI is up 128 to 24.35. Unity up 11 cents. WAL, Western Alliance, up 56 cents. We got SoFi down just a penny at 5.90. Tesla's up 132. ATIP 0.7 higher. Apple down 145. HPQ up 45. First Republic Bank down 7. Google down 145. Moderna down 9.38 to 150.77. Cisco down 44 cents. Pfizer up 11. IBM down 40. Microsoft down 6.56. ME 23andMe up 3 to 228. Matterport up 8/10 of a penny. Rocket Lab up 7.5 cents. Smart Rent up 7.5 cents. Spire up 1/10 of a penny at the moment. Amazon down 281. Home Depot up 135. Netflix up 328. Vanik Semiconductors up 15 cents. Adobe down 363. Goldman Sachs up 55. Boeing up 269. Meta up 9 cents. We have Royal Caribbean up 23 cents at the moment. Target up 196. JP Morgan up 6 cents. Costco up 233. Walmart is down a nickel. Disney up 82. Nvidia down 251. American Airlines up 9 cents today. Welcome everyone to the party. A 71-point gain for the Dow, a 1-point loss on S&P, and a 49-point drop on NASDAQ. We've got a mixed market at the moment. That's what's going on. Brian, number 157, good morning. Hope everyone had a great Easter. Welcome, Brian, to the show. Thank you for thumbs up number 157. We now have 159 on the meter. We are 41 away from 200 thumbs ups. We have 10 minutes to go in this show. We need 41 thumbs ups. You have your instructions. Hit the thumbs up button for us and get us to 200. Wing Commander, done lurking. Microsoft down? Good. I was pile dancing all night last night. Yes, your Microsoft is off today. $6.51 a share to $2.82. If I recall, you rolled up to $2.95s. You're doing real good. That was a good move there, rolling up to $2.95s. The shares were sitting at $291.50 or something like that just a few days ago. All of a sudden, $2.82 out of the money and falling. Oh, my, how those contracts are backing off. Nice job there, Wing Commander. Way to go. Enjoy the ride and allow the depreciation to continue. Well done. Well done. We don't mind stocks that go up and down. We don't mind it at all around here. Stocks move all the time and we go with the flow. It's that simple. It's so easy. Congratulations, everyone. 22.79 on GameStop. The high of the day, 23.17 today for GameStop. 22.81 last trade. The low of 22.40. So we're right at the midpoint here for GameStop today. So it would seem. We've got a 72-point gain on the Dow. We're down on S&P. We're down on NASDAQ. And there it is. The Manhattan home of the late granddaughter of Dwight D. Eisenhower is for sale for $5.75 million. If you're interested in a piece of extended presidential history, Dwight D. Eisenhower's granddaughter, the late granddaughter, is available for $5.75 million. Interesting. There you go. There you go. Interesting stuff. Welcome all to the show, and thank you all for being here today. Thank you for those of you who have been expressing an interest in the classes, and thank you for your kind words today about how you're doing and how you've found this channel and how this channel has helped you generate revenues from option premiums. Many of you have already said goodbye to your careers, day jobs, dead-end jobs, and have become asset managers writing covered calls for a living. You figured out not only can you write the contracts from the comfort of your own house, you can manage your portfolio anywhere in the world at any time. You do not need to be at home. And some of you, I know, are already putting the plan together to do an extended travel trip where some of you are going to go traveling around the world and will be managing your account from wherever you are. It's that simple. It is that doable. Some of you are looking to travel the Americas in an RV full-time for quite some time. I commend you for that. Some of you are thinking of traveling through Europe and Asia and elsewhere. However you want. Others of you, of course, are working from home and taking a holiday here, coming back, taking a holiday over there, coming back. You are putting your toe in the water to see what it would be like to manage your account on the road, little tidbits at a time. I say, well done. However, you get into it works for me. It works for you. Whether you stay home permanently or whether you just visit a few relatives once in a while, or whether you go on an extended trip throughout your country or around the world, it matters not. As long as you know what time the market opens up, whatever time zone you're in, you can connect and hang out with yours truly with a Wi-Fi connection, and you certainly can trade your account anywhere in the world as long as you have Wi-Fi. Something you could not do 20 years ago, 30 years ago, unthinkable of way back when. The world has changed and it has opened up for option writers dramatically. It is completely a new thing. This is why you don't meet anyone out in the world that has been doing this for 10 years. There is no one that's been doing this for 10 years. You guys are the first pioneers of being able to write options full time as a career from anywhere in the world without having to make a single phone call. Unthinkable in my day when I started in the business in 1978, 79. I could never have imagined. My first purchase of call options were Shell Canada options. I bought a couple of call options for Shell Canada way back when in 1978, 9. I think it was 78. And I bought a couple of call options on Shell Canada. And I think I made 50 cents a contract by buying them and selling them. I was actually the sap buying them and I made money. But that was all done through a broker, through a human being at Merrill Lynch Canada at the time. And that was a long time ago. And that was a laborious process. And I was at the broker's desk. We were in the office together, and I'm sitting in the chair, and he's writing the buy ticket, and he's shoving it into a tube, and up it went into the trading desk at the back of the office. Then it got, I don't know, teletyped or phoned over to Chicago. It got filled. It came back to him, and he got this blue piece of paper, and he said, "Here you go." And I'm holding the confirmation slip. I have purchased 2 call options. It took all of 10 minutes to get the confirmation back that I owned 2 call options at that point in time. And now to stay on top of those call options, I had to buy the newspaper every day and look in the stock pages and find the options quotes and find the listing. And I could see the high, the low, and the last trade of the contract for Shell. As long as that contract existed, I could see it. And as long as the call option was somewhere within the money, 2 or 3 contracts below or above the actual money value of the stock, I would see a quote in the newspaper on those contracts. We're talking way back in the early days. That doesn't exist anymore. You guys can travel the world and trade options anywhere, anytime, and transfer funds between your brokerage account and your bank account. You can advance monies electronically and use it off a debit card, a credit card. I mean, you guys are liquid. You don't need a whole bunch of cash in your pocket. Just need this piece of plastic, or Apple Pay or PayPal, or however you're doing it. It is incredible how digital this world is becoming. And you are self-employed now, and the ability to become self-employed, becoming an option writer. And if I can help you get there, I'm excited for you guys. Welcome all of you to the party, everybody. So great to see you here. Fantastic. What else is going on here? Let's see. Wing Commander, good memory. Uncle Bruce, I'm up 10% on those 295s, Jan 24s. Giddy up, baby. It's only going to get better. BW, Bruce, with CPI data coming out tomorrow, a couple of FIT officers, what is this, are talking this week. And then first quarter earnings starts on Friday. Rugman in the wings, we'll find out. Wing Commander, as soon as the show finishes, I have to rewind to the beginning. I hear the rant was a motivation gold today. Wing Commander, I was trying to lip read while in a meeting. Did not go that well. Something manicure. Get on the program, pal. Something. Christina, I just woke up. Vacation with no kids is great. What did I miss? HSBC to close 108 local banks in the UK to encourage customers to go digital. That's called SoFiing. Wing Commander stuff. TBH, I have no idea. I just joined myself. BW Wing, yep, on point and on topic. Splair sounds like a real hard change. Still, I would do it if someone would explain it to me. Thanks for mentioning how it was with your first calls. BW, Fed, Bruce, Fed. It's all about the Fed, Bruce, the Fed. Oh my gosh. Someone at the Fed explained something. That's what you're talking about. Somebody at the Fed. All right, gotcha. A couple of Fed officers are talking this week. There you go. Well, we'll find out how that goes. Time will tell. Credit Saver, speaking of credit cards, just used 200,000 Hilton points to get me 5 nights at the Waikiki for free, and the free flights with United Points and all the covered call that will finance our meals for 2 weeks. Life is good. Nice going, Credit Savage. Christina, I'm number 165. Thank you. Zed Estate, I'm 167 thumbs ups. I'm waking up here. Zed Estate, I got my Zim dividend and my postcard. Thank you. Oh, good stuff, Zed. That's good stuff. The Credit Savage, there's a great redemption when you do it with one person. I redeemed all these points for 6 people. Well done on the redemption of those points, Sir Credit Savage. John Anderson, thank you, everybody. Wing Commander, by the way, being on point. BW being on point, i.e. all over the place, is my specialty. Thank you all so much for popping in here today and hanging out with me. It's so appreciated. Have you noticed your Cyxtera today? 39.8 cents a share now, up 4 cents. It looks like it wants to go to 40 and higher. GameStop at 22.85, up 48. SoFi is up 6 cents, 5.97. We're in the green again on SoFi. Tesla up 250. ATIP 23.8, up 4 tenths. Apple down 101. HPQ up 51. First Republic up 11 cents. Google down $1. Moderna down 9.60. Cisco down 40. Pfizer up a dime. IBM down 71. Microsoft down 6.45 to 282.94. ME up 4.5. Matterport up 2 pennies. Rocket Lab up 9.5. SmartRent up a dime, and Spire up 0.2 of a penny. The little green here and there. Christina, hey, credit. I'm staying at the Conrad in DC for free due to Hilton points. The Diamond member cost $400,000. Christina, 5-star hotel, $50 food credit a day. Life is good. There you go. Nice going there, Christina. Well done on those points. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you, those of you who are picking up the 5 for 4 deal. You're grabbing 5 classes for the price of 4, including lesson number 15 that should be available about 48 hours or so towards the end of the week. We'll have them ready and get them out to you. Thank you all, everyone, for being with me today. 168 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. We're very close to 200 thumbs ups. Very much appreciated. 168, only 32 away from 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all for your support. It is much, much, much appreciated. And thank you again for those of you who are interested in the 5 classes for the price of 4. There's the banner right there. Let me know if you have an interest in that. Send me a private email. Send me a donation on PayPal. We'll get you looked after and we'll make you that much smarter. Way to go. Let's see. Larry Titus waves to Christina. Credit Savage. Christina, well done. That's how you do it. Well done. I have a credit card that gives me diamond status and look for sweet spots. I use 200,000 points to get 4 days in Waikiki and the 5th night free. Christina, credit. We are headed to Maui in June. We are Hilton Grand Vacation members, so that's free too. Caught a steal on flights. 2 tickets to Maui from Atlanta, $700 each. Credit Savage, Christina, I see you have the Hilton Aspire too. Nice. Use that 250 credit as well. Make sure you try that restaurant. It's good. D.A. Druda is going neat. JL Mark picked up additional 500 SoFi at $590. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. And profits from GameStop. Poor man cover calls. Never could have done that without your instruction and classes. And that's what makes taking the classes so worthwhile when you see comments like this. 500 SoFi shares at almost $6 a piece. That's $3,000 worth of stock. What are the classes? 150 a class? Yeah, they pay for themselves very quickly. Well done, JL. Hector, neat. Karen, I just bought back GameStop June 25s at 190, and I sold 7 October 26s for $335. Nicely done. Picking up another $1.45 a contract, bringing in another $1,000 pays for a lot of stuff. Every little bit helps. Christina, I used the 4 days with the fifth three, and I had to stay a night on us for spending $15,000 on the Hilton card. Credit Savage. Oh, I love Maui. Lahania is a gem. You must do Matsumoto's shaved ice. Matsumoto's shaved ice. Sounds exciting. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations, all of you out there, for writing options and bringing in some profits here. Well done. You roll over, folks. Well done on your rollovers. 168 thumbs ups. Thanks again so much. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. Let me get in my little shot here. Couple of neat emojis to leave you with, everybody. Thank you so much, all of you. Love this. Credit Savage. I love Maui. Lahaina is a gem. You must do the shaved ice. Christina, I have a tear running down my eye while I'm reading this. Christina, credit. I'll message you on Discord so I can compare notes. There you go, everybody. Karen D is here. Larry Titus is hitting the knee emojis. Christina, Chris Everson, Christina, absolutely. Hector, Aurora, neat. Here come the knee emojis. Neat. Credit Savage, neat. You can't stop the knee emojis on this channel. The Knights of Knee, I've taken over, and we have got the knee emoji attack going on here on Stock Markets with Bruce. BP is hitting the knee emojis. Here they come. They're arriving from all over the world, from all over the place. Here they come. And folks, I want you to get rich, and don't forget to get rich writing call options, taking the dough from the gamblers. 170 thumbs ups. Thank you. Chris Evans, we don't just make money in this channel. We also take vacations that we talk vacations that we take with that money as well. There you have it. Zed Estate, Bagel Time. Neat. Thank you all. Everything. Appreciate you all every single day you're here. It is absolutely fantastic. Have a great rest of your day today. Keep your eye open on this channel. You never know when I upload a video. You never know. And thank you for those of you telling the rest of the world about this channel. Appreciate that. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for becoming members of the channel. And of course, the donations that you make when you do well. Thank you. I love it when you guys get richer. Have a great session today, rest of your day today. And here, I can't wait till I have enough money to tour the USA. Giddy up, babies. Bama Babe, thank you. Neat. Thank you, Splair. Neat. Everybody, Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce should do the show from Hawaii at some point. We could meet on site. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be something? Love to do something like that. Well, Jen's getting better, so that means we're going to be traveling. So you never know where and when. Everybody, thank you. Have a great rest of the day. Make a bunch of money out there, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye from Palm Desert.